Andrew Anderson. I want to start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. It doesn't matter where you're catching us from. Super, super excited, of course, to be here. So, as long as you are on, yeah, good. Yeah, the sound is on. So, what are you doing? I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. As long as you are straight on, I want to say thank you very much, of course, for watching through. Yes, so super excited, of course, to be here. It's been a couple of days, yeah, a couple of days that, of course, we've not been coming through. Reason being, yeah, I wasn't good. Yeah. Let me be genuine to you. I wasn't doing okay. I wasn't good. But of course, thank God everything is now fine. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. It doesn't matter where you are. And I've come with a very beautiful question that I feel like maybe I should ask you. Yeah. And I'm also asking myself, why do we work? Why do we work? Of course, I wanted to ask myself that question. Why is it that we have to work? It's been a while, of course, I've not been around. I wasn't doing good. Yeah, I wasn't doing good, but of course, I wasn't sick. I was not sick, but I wasn't doing good. But now that I'm here, I want to start by saying, why do we have to go work? Why do we work? Before we can go any further, let me tell you something. Yeah, these are facts. All the living things on planet Earth, yeah, all living things on planet Earth, nothing, neither in the water or in the space, in the air or on the ground, yeah, on the earth, yeah, on the ground, on the ground, that pays for its food. None of them. The fish don't pay for their food, neither do they pay for their space. That is number one. They don't pay for their space. Whether the birds don't buy their food. The birds don't buy their food. Neither do they pay for rent in the space. You get the point. And now when it comes to the zebras, the lions, the caterpillars, the butterflies, none of them pays for their space where they live. Neither do they pay money for their food. That is very important. None of those really pays for that. But it was all provided by, I don't know, you can call him a creator. Yeah. He's the one. He made what we call a food chain. Yeah. You could find, a small fish being eaten by a bigger fish. Then a bigger fish will come and eat this one. Then another. It is a food chain. Yeah. Whereby they could survive in such kind of an ecosystem. But now for us, the humans who are supposed to be a little bit smarter and maybe we are a little bit brighter, we have to pay for all those things. Number one, we have to pay for that space where we live. We have to pay for it. You have to go buy land. After buying land, then you have to, build a house. You're supposed to buy the materials. Then you are supposed to help with people with labor. But my main issue and why I decided to come and I started with a question, why do we work? Just like how it is up there. Why do we work? Of course, let me tell you something. For people who have been following, I've always come here and I've always told you that the biggest resource, any human being can have, I always say it is time, which time is just to everyone. Like we all share time equally. We all have 24 hours. Yeah. And what we do in those 24 hours is, it all depends on an individual as a human. So now, yesterday I was making some research and I noticed that the biggest resource any human, the biggest resource ever in the world, this is the most precious resource. And this is the most expensive resource. And guess what? This one is more expensive than, number one, time. It is more expensive than time. It is more expensive than the oil. It is more expensive than the gold, diamonds, mention it, all those minerals. This resource is the most expensive, most valuable. And I'm relating it with why do we work? Yes, so if you follow, you're going to really understand why do we really work. Most of the people would say they work because they have to, feed their kids, they have to house their kids, they have to pay bills, they have to, all those things. Basically, that's why they decide to go to work. But at the end of the day, remember, as I told you, that nothing on this earth pays for its space or pays for its food. And remember, we are brighter, we are smarter than all the other living things. That to us as humans, we wouldn't have been, paying for our space and again paying for the food that we eat. Remember, all the creator, that person, that whoever, that spirit created us and of course made it easy for us to live. Yeah, you imagine there is no fish that pays for its space or pays for its food. There is no bird, those birds that fly, that pay for their space or they pay for their food. None. But the brightest people, as human, who are supposed to be smarter, guess what happens? We are paying for almost everything. And as I asked you prior to, and I asked, why do we work? Now, let's go back. I told you the biggest resource ever, which is more valuable, more expensive than oil, than diamonds, than silver, than any of those things. That is human labor. Human labor is the most valuable. Human labor is the most expensive. Human labor is priceless now than all those other things, even the minerals that I've talked about. Now let me take you. It was intentional. Have you ever thought about it, like the land, like for the people who go and buy land? That first person, yeah, who gave him or who sold him that land, that now it got, they were owners, that this one is the owner before we started buying it. So that means that person who gave it to us was free. All the material things and all the things we have to use in daily life are free. I'm using a microphone. These are materials. Yeah. Some from the ground, the metal from the ground. Then this sponge, this is cotton. You get the process. So now, if all these things were provided for free, like land, like water, like soil, and then we have to pay for them. How? Really, how? Now, as I told you that human resource or human labor is the most expensive and it is priceless, basically. Now, these guys knew they could not get infinite labor, like long time labor. They knew that these people go who are in labor or providing labor, they go, they reach a given age, they retire. So they had to maintain that now the young ones will come and again they will also work. And then their other ones will also come and they will also work. So guess what they did? The things that are supposed to be free in life, now these guys put a price tag on them. That if you want to take, like if you want to take a bottle of water, you have to go to the supermarket. Water which is supposed to be free, but they added value to it. Now you're going to buy it. You're going to purchase it. Now the land, again, where you have to stay, you have to buy that land, and from who sold it to that first person to own it in the first place? No one. You get the point. Emma Calvin, how you doing, Emma Calvin? How are you doing? Emma Calvin is the first one to comment. So now, as I told you, that human labor is the biggest. It is the biggest human resource. It is the most expensive and it is the most worth it. You get the point. It is the most worth it. So now, let me first, my phone has messed up. I don't know why. So now, because they needed human resource, yeah, and as I told you that it is the most expensive, the most valuable. So what they did, they had to maintain it so that it is infinite, yeah. So now, that's why they told us, now the things that are supposed to be free in life, they put a price tag on them. Yeah, okay, I have my friend who is calling me. Yo, Dr. Wagon. Mbadde ndiko ka live ngenda kukubira, yeah? 1 minute. Kare. Ndi kubise main. Okay. So now, I think you guys are following. If you guys follow, yeah, you're going to understand something. But remember, as you know, most of the time when I come and I'm talking about something, I always end up even bringing some of the solutions to these things that we are talking about. Yeah, I've seen some comment here. Of course, this is I wanted to get it on my phone. I want to read this comment because as the comments come in, immediately I have to read them. By the way, this is Luze Andrew Anderson. It's been a while. Mine is coming. Of course, I was a little bit busy. Yeah, I wasn't doing okay, to be specific. So I'm having Ariho Gilbert. Ariho Gilbert. Yes, he's saying this is making me run crazy. Wallahi. Think about it, man. Gilbert, think about it. Imagine we are supposed to be the most brightest, yeah? We are supposed to be smart because we are the kings of every living thing on this earth, yeah? The waters, the space, which is, where the birds fly. Then on earth, because now we can rear animals and all these things. But now you imagine, none of these things, even the cockroaches, don't pay for the space, yeah? They don't pay for the space. The insects don't pay for the space, and neither do they pay for the food that they eat or even the water that they drink. You get? But now us, who are supposed to be brighter, who are supposed to be smarter, we are paying for these things. So now, let's go back, as I told you. Because if you ask yourself, why is it that you work? Basically, you want to work because you're supposed to provide for your family, you're supposed to provide for food, you're supposed to provide for shelter, you're supposed to provide for, the bills, the water bills, the electricity bills, But now, all these things, remember, I told you they were supposed to be free. We were supposed not to work. We were supposed to chill, and then the materials, because everything that we have, basically, they are raw materials that grew up from somewhere so that we can maybe add value to them and use them. Just like this picture. This is a pencil, yeah? They used it, a pencil. This is a paper. This is a paper where they do this. All this is coming from one thing. This is wood. Then this is wood. So all these things are now free, and then someone maybe added value for him to sell me this. Everything that we are having. So now, let's go back. Now, they wanted to get infinite resources, infinite like human labor. So now, they made the things that are supposed to be free, they put a price tag on them, Because damn days, women used to give birth, we had an elder who was good at, helping women give birth, and it was free. You could go to them and then they could help you give birth. But now they brought cesareans. Yeah, they brought cesarean that now they added price tag. So now again, the land which was supposed to be free, now it has a price tag. Now the water that we are supposed to use, again they added a price tag. So now they put all these conditions to make us work. You get the point. But remember, in work, there are two people, yeah? When it comes to production, there are two people involved. There are employers, and then there are employees. So which part do you want to be on? Are you want to be an employer, or you want to be the employee? You get the point. So now, that is your decision to make. But I know everyone would want to be an employer and not be employed. You get the point. So now, when they put a price tag on all these things that we are supposed to be using in a daily life, what happened was, now they first brought scarcity of things. Before these things of demand and supply came through, let me tell you, everything is expensive, or they added a price tag on it depending on human labor. The risks that the human labor goes through to do that production, let me say, they are fishermen, or maybe they are working in an industry, or maybe, mining, gold will be expensive because of the human labor that is involved. But if the human labor was cheap, then the gold will be cheap. Oil will be a little cheaper if the human labor was cheap. But because the human labor is going to be a little bit, they are going to go through risks, and then it is not cheap for the human labor, then the oil will, will hike prices. But before the commands of supply and demand came through, because all these things I'm talking about, they are imaginations. Just like the rules and regulations in the Constitution, they are just imaginations. That money came through. When money came through, it is an imagination that someone brought a currency, and they're like, this is going to be the currency. It is going to be a medium of exchange, yeah? So now, if you want to buy something, we agree to use this currency, which is just a paper, for God's sake. It's just paper, for God's sake. It's just paper. But now we all believed and trusted that currency as a medium of exchange. Now that is money. So now, hey, I hope for the people who are following, you will get to understand this really better, that we did not have to work. So now, because they put a price tag on everything, so now, because as I told you, money is just printed from thin air. Because if everyone had capital, that means no one will be employed, no one will go for job, because the things that we need in life will be for free. Better trade will do better, because that was the first thing that was there when it comes to Africa. It was the first medium of exchange. I have food, and maybe I need an animal. I want you to give me a goat, but I have coffee. So I give you coffee, you give me, a goat. So that was really perfect. But now they put us into a situation that minus money, we cannot survive. Minus work, we cannot survive. You get the point? Because now, where you sleep, there is nothing that really disappoints me, that everything that we use in daily life has a price tag. When you go to a toilet, that is the cheapest thing that I can talk about. When you go to a toilet, you have to use a toilet paper, a toilet tissue, whatever you call it. So that has a price, because you have to go to the shop and supermarket, and then you have to buy toilet papers. So that is a price. So again, when you flush water in the toilet, again, that water you've used, again, that is a bill. Again, when you come out of the toilet, you have to wash your hands. That's a bill. Then maybe you have to use internet. That's a bill. Then you have to use power. That's a bill. Then you have to, drink a little bit of cold water. That's a bill. That is electricity bill. So you have to use lights and entertainment, and everything is just a bill. But these things were supposed to be for free, just because they add value. For the people right now, they are running for what we call people living off grid. That's what they basically want to do now. Why? Because when they are living off grid, they are basically going to keep away. Because if something really happened before, it can always happen. So now we go to school, and the only thing they are teaching us is that, let's go to the university, let's go to the secondaries, let's go through all this process of education so that we can get good or better jobs. That if you don't go to school, then you will not have a good job. You get the point. But initially, just like how I told you, the things that's supposed to be free, we are now paying for them. Because I told you there is no those wild animals don't pay for that space. Though there is that thing of conquering the space that, I run this, the lions run this, here I run this space. But they put a price tag on all these things that are supposed to be free. So now we have people who are homeless. You can imagine people who are homeless. Basically, they don't have where to sleep. But this earth was provided freely, that you can go anywhere and stay somewhere. Build a thatched house, because all the materials are there. The bamboo is there. The soil is there. The water is there. The grass is there to make a grass thatched house for free. And then you have that space. But now they put a price tag to the places where we're supposed to stay. Even the water that is supposed to be free, again, now we have to pay for it. So we are paying for everything. So now we have people who are homeless. We have people who starve to death. People get thirsty to death. People, they go hungry to death. But these things were supposed to be free. Because if the wild animals don't pay for their food or for their spaces, even the birds in the air, they don't pay for it. Even the fish in the lakes and rivers and oceans and in the waters, they don't pay for that space. Then why the humans who are even more brighter, who are even more smarter, have to pay for that space? Isn't it really concerning? And now, because they wanted infinite, human labor, so now what they did was very simple. What they did was, now they train us to be job seekers than job creators, because they need that labor really. Now that AI has come through, that most of the people now are going to lose their jobs, and now it is only those who have a skill that are going to survive, because there is no AI that will do plumbing. I'm telling you, that will not happen, not anytime soon. So it is really, really concerning that now all the materials that are free, now they put a price tag on them. But if someone went off grid, and maybe they are having their garden, you have a square, you have like a square land, you have acres and acres of land, and then you plant your animals, then you have your own water, then you have your solar system, because all those things were supposed to be free. God provided the light. That's why we have day and night. He wasn't mad, really. So now at the end of the day, we are exchanging our time for human labor to get paid to use this medium of exchange that we think is more valuable. If you ever want to know something, if it is valuable or if it is useful, that's why if there is a monkey and then you're giving it banana and then you're having also currency, which is any kind of, whether dollars, shillings, or any currency that which is money, it will pick a banana. Why would it pick a banana? Because banana is for feeding and it knows this is a medium of exchange, but it is us who agreed to take it as a medium of exchange. But basically, they print the money from thin air. So that means the people that are printed, they have infinite capital. So if they could print it and they give it to everyone, then there would not be need of work, because minus the human resource or minus the human labor, these productions wouldn't go on. So because they need it, so the things that are supposed to be free, they are adding a price tag to them so that you have to work. And we don't have to work, man. Truthfully, isn't it concerning? Think about it. Because if the animals in the wilderness, they don't pay for that space and they don't pay for their food, even the fish that are supposed to be less brighter than humans, they don't pay for their space, and they don't, because there is that ecosystem, the food chain. This smaller one is eaten by this, then the bigger one will eat this, then this one will eat this, then a human will come, go to the lake, then you go fishing, then get your fish, then eat, then make fire. But now everything has a price tag. And now we are exchanging that. And these people are even creating diseases, because now we have to work so that, but again, even the medicine that they are making, the raw materials are provided for free. There are trees and leaves that they provided, and everything is supposed to be there. Everything was supposed to be free. But now we are working so hard to get this paper, which is printed from thin air, for us to survive. That's why now they are creating fruits. They are creating food that cannot be planted again, because them days when you have a mango, you would eat that mango, then you would throw the seed in the bushes, and after years, of course, again it will grow, and then it will provide more mangoes. So now what they are doing, they want even to control food, that now when you eat this mango, this seed will not grow. So they are going to be in control of even food, and when they are in control of the food and water, then your survival basically depends on them. So that's why people are going off grid, so that they escape that. I told you, escaping poverty, they use the word escaping. They use the word escaping because escaping is, when you're imprisoned, and then because you're imprisoned, to leave that prison, you have to escape. So they know, even the way how we have grown up, they've made it in a way that, they imprisoned us. And they did not just imprison, they imprisoned our minds. That now we know how to survive. The only way to survive is to make money, is to work day in and day out instead of leaving. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying? So that is really very, very important that you think about it. But as most of the time we do it, as I come with some solutions. That's why most of the people, they're having their own acres of land, and they have their own animals, they have their own plants, their food, they build their house, because that means such a kind of a person would live on less than $1. They would live on less than $1. You don't have to sacrifice all your time for human labor. And they are doing it intentionally, because as these ones grow and they retire, then no ones are supposed to come in to provide human labor. You get what I'm saying? So it is very, very important for you to sit and realize, why is it that we have to work? It is very important. Very, very important. Yeah? So it is not like we were born to, to work our asses off, That's not how it was supposed to be. We were supposed to leave, go to the bushes, get what you want. Yeah? You're back, yeah? That is good. Where did you get that? Did you have money? So I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. We didn't have to struggle in life. Don't put on sun, yeah? We didn't have to just be survive. We had to live as humans. Because if these dense animals and then the fish, they don't pay for their space. They don't pay for their space for God's sake. It is only us, the human, who have to pay for everything. We basically have to pay for our survival. We pay for our food. We pay for our medication. We pay for education. We pay even for the houses where we live and these things. We buy the land and we have to pay for it. That first person who sold that land to that first person for it to be sold to everyone? Who? I just want to know. Who? These things were supposed to be free. That's why them days they used to fight for land, and someone will be, you remember the story of the Shaka Zulu, the one who wins takes it. But it wasn't supposed to be purchased, and then, it wasn't like that. Because if the cockroaches and the rats and then these animals in the wilderness don't pay for their space and they don't pay for their food, then us humans who are smarter, who are even brighter, we pay for our food and our space to live, which was supposed to be free. That is called ecosystem. That is called food chain. We used to go hunting. You go in the bushes and then you hunt because the earth was it was provided for, like everyone could survive minus paying. Then someone sat down and came up with a constitution. Those are imagination. Then brought up a medium of exchange, which is the money that we use, and then we agreed to use it. But that's not how it was supposed to be. Yeah? That's not how it was supposed to be. So it is really concerning that we pay for our survival and these things were supposed to be free. Think about it. People used to give birth, but now they put things that we are supposed to pay for everything. And they are getting to controlling food. That's why now the plants that we used to have them days, you eat a mango just like how I told you earlier, then you throw the seed, then the seed grows. Now the seeds no longer grow because they want to be in control of the seeds. Then the diseases, I told you, the medication, the tablets that we take, the vaccination and all that, those things are raw materials that are on earth for free. Those trees grew up for free and then we have to pay for them. It isn't really concerning. So why do we really have to work? Those things were supposed to be free, man. But we work our asses off, just for survival. It is really concerning. It is really concerning. Think about it. And then because the neighbor thinks money is important, then you're also agreeing that money is important. Then you have to work for the rest of your life from when you're out of university. And then that's why they want to create more of job seekers than creators, because they need that human labor. So on that system, where do you want to be? Do you want to be the employer or you want to be the employed? That's why we have to escape that chain, man. We have to escape it. And then at least let's be the employers than being the employee. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. I had to run an hour, but I'm not doing fine. My stomach is aching for some reason. Give me a couple of seconds. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. Yeah. I'm not doing fine. I'm not doing fine. But of course, we back. Yeah. I'm having stomach ache. I had to go take some tabs. Yeah. So anyway, guys, back. Yeah. So now imagine we are having jobless people. Yeah. We're having we are having homeless people. Number one, homeless people are dying of anger. Yeah. They are dying hungry. People are dying of thirsty. Yet all these things were provided for free. Yeah? Sorry about that. All these things were provided for free. But right now, man, we have to work for everything. Why is it that the birds don't have to, don't have to show up to work? They don't have to show up to work to survive. The fish don't show up to work. They just hunt. That's what it was supposed to, that's how it was supposed to be. But now they put a price tag on everything. They put a price tag on everything. Things that are supposed to be free, man. Now we have to pay for them, man. Isn't it really concerning? Think about it carefully. You imagine all the raw materials that we have to use in daily life were provided for free. The medicine, they don't make medicine from thin air like, No. They go get plants and leaves and trees and then they make this medicine. They just add value in it. But initially, before the medication, people were surviving. And then they made these diseases for them to make money. It is really concerning. As I told you, human resource is the biggest resource that can ever be. It is the biggest resource that can ever be. So it is really concerning. Sometimes I sat there, I was like, the biggest resource that we have as human is time. That's what I thought initially, and that's what I was telling everyone. Not until I made an Afrisite and I noticed that, what? It is not supposed to be time. Because when you're out of time, you're out. But now human labor is the biggest. That's why they manipulated us into thinking that, if you're not educated, then you cannot survive. Who said that? Because all the things that we work for were provided for free. The land was provided for free. The waters were provided for free. The soils were provided for free. All these raw materials, they make cement. It's a raw material, man. They just add value to it. But that means if you get the raw materials, you can basically do the same things. You can build miners using any penny. I saw some time back, I think it was in the state, when someone was harvesting water from the rain and then they were taking them to court because they were harvesting water which is supposed to be free. So they want to sell you even the water. At one point, maybe they want to sell us the air. They would love to sell us the air, I'm telling you. That's what they want. So basically, we have to pay for existence. And then the animals and the cockroaches and the birds and then the fish, for them which are even less smart, for them they don't pay for those things. Our job was to go hunt, plant animals, and then we harvest and then we eat, but then they brought up all these luxury things. The clothes, these clothes are made from these are made from cotton. But we use even to have the back cloth. So they just add value in it. But that means in case we are more intellect, maybe we would make our clothes and put them on miners buying them. So why are we buying everything? If the animals that are stupid, if the fish that are stupid, and then the birds don't pay for their space and they don't pay for the water they drink, they don't pay for the food that they eat. It is an ecosystem. It was called a food chain. Because now, if I went to the lake and then, I got my traps, I went to a lake and then I went fishing and then I got, the fish and I eat. But now, people need even licenses. Yeah? They need fishing license. Can you imagine? So for them as them giving, who sold to them this fish? Because it is really concerning. Think about it. If all these animals don't pay for their space, the fish don't pay for that space, neither do they pay money to get the food. But us who are supposed to be intellectual, we pay for everything we use in life, man. And then someone brought up the money that they print from thin air. So that's why I'm telling you, human resource, human labor is the most expensive and the most valuable, even more than the oil, the diamond, the gold, the silver. It is way better. And now they wanted infinite of that. They wanted human labor to be there for centuries. So that's why the things that are supposed to be free, they put a price tag on them. To acquire them, you have to work. And then we work all our lives. Imagine you're in a family, the mother is working, the father is working, the kids are working, the kids are left with the house helpers because you're looking for money. And yet the things you are looking for were supposed to be free. And to some of the people who go off grid, those things are free. Yeah, they are free. They have their animals, they have the chicken, they have the eggs, they have the meat, they have all these things. And they've created an environment for those things to be free. Entertainment, they will go swimming. Then they'll sit down on fire camps and then they teach their kids the things they want them to learn about life. And for us, they are training us to be job seekers. That's why we have a big attachment with money, which is just printed from thin air. Because that means they have infinite capital for them. Because they print it from thin air. And we agreed as humans that yes, we are taking that as a medium of exchange. Now we need money for our kids to go to school, and then we have to pay, the tuition. We have to pay for the houses where we live. And the land was free, the water was free. And now you have to go to a supermarket or a shop, and then you buy a bottled water, which is supposed to be also free. It is really concerning, yeah? Hey. I'm seeing my Tyler, where is my phone? Yeah, let me look for my phone. Where did I put it? Oh, my phone. Yeah, so I'm having a comment here. I think it is coming in. I'm having a comment here. It's coming in from Ariho Gilbert. He's saying, can freedom be into this picture? Let me see. Can freedom be related into this picture? Can freedom? Yeah, very true. Gilbert, that is true, 100% true. You cover it, I'll put it on fire later, yeah? You leave it. Yeah, I'm going to make for you too. You leave it there. So now, freedom, it is the same thing. Because if you want to be free, for the people who have gone off grid, they are free. They are doing what they want whenever they want to. There is nothing as special as doing what you want whenever you want to. But we are living in a controlled life. That you have an alarm, you have to wake up, you have to show up to work. And now you have, let me tell you, there is a guy who worked for this company for 30 years and he was just employed. And when his wife got sick, and because he wasn't showing up at work like how he used to be, and now they are thinking he's giving more attention to the wife, now he was fired because he wasn't giving his work enough time. So basically these people, Tyler, don't make noise. So basically these people, and don't crash cars. So basically these people, they are making you controlled. So when this guy, because he wasn't showing up, he got fired. Because for them, what they want is to make profits. For them, what they want is to make money. That's all they want. So we are not living. We are surviving. You imagine you work 4 jobs to survive, to pay for the things that are supposed to be free. You work 4 jobs to get food, yeah, to get medication, yeah, to educate your kids, yeah, to pay for your rent, yeah, and you're working 4 jobs, you're almost working 18 hours, and we have only 24 hours to live. So now the things that are supposed to be free, these guys put a price tag on it. So because they put a price tag on it and you have to survive, so you have to work. But we are not supposed to be. If the stupid fish and the stupid birds and then the animals in the wilderness, in the wild, if they can survive, and they tell you the whales that have lived for years, for centuries, and no one goes to the lakes or the seas to provide for them, because there is an ecosystem, there is a food chain, and they live. There is a food chain. Like the small fish will be eaten by the bigger one, and then the bigger one will eat this one, and then the bigger one will eat it. And it definitely, as a well being the biggest animal or the biggest fish, whatever you can call it, when it dies, then it goes back to this small fish to eat. They don't pay for their space. The monkeys in the forest, they don't pay. You imagine, there are all these Amazon forests, and then there are all these big forests. They are there. No one watered them. The rain was free. And they survived for centuries. Now us as human beings who are intellect, who have more knowledge, we pay for the things that are supposed to be free. You imagine, because someone has brought water tap at your home, now you have to pay for it. Really? Medication, you have to pay for it. Just cutting your hair, you have to pay for it. The girls now, they are having these nails, they pay for them. Can you imagine that even people go and pay for waxing? And some of these things you can keep away from them if you want to, because me, I always say, if something ever happened, it can happen again. If those people them days did not have currency, money, which is paper, and they survived, then can you tell me that we cannot survive? Really? Can you tell me we cannot survive? We can still survive, because that happened before. It happened before. We can survive. We can really survive, minus this medium of extent. They've put up diseases and they've put up a lot of things, for us to survive. Yeah? By the way, as I always do it when someone comes on. Okay, yeah. I've seen Ariho. Ariho last posted, I think, 1 day ago. That is beautiful. I love it when content creators are here. By the way, we are going to go on Ariho's YouTube channel. I want to create a community, by the way, guys. Ariho, I want to create a community of 50 people. We make a WhatsApp group. When you're going to go live, or when you do, Tyler, don't pour it. When you pour it, I'll feel bad, right? Put it back. So I want to create a community of creators, yeah? I want to create a community of creators. If you're into YouTube and you make a video, you send your link in our WhatsApp group, then we all have to go watch what you've done there. We all have to come and watch what you've done. Let me put up a link. I'm going to put up a link for the people who want to be in that community. Like Ariho, like you posted a video yesterday. If you post a video, then you send it in our WhatsApp group. When you send it in our WhatsApp group, then if we are 50 people, we all come and watch that video from the beginning to the end. Then we have to leave a comment there. So if I am live, then I have to send a link in that group of ours. Then we all have to come and watch. Yeah. So we support each other. Why do we watch other people when we benefit totally nothing out of them? I always talk about that. Why is it that we watch other people? I always tell you, it can take a minute, it can take a second for you to scroll on your phone, yeah? It can take a second to scroll like this on your phone. But those seconds are turned into minutes. Before you know it, the minutes are turned into hours. Before you know it, the hours are turned into a day. Before you know it, a day turns into a week, and then a month, and then a year. And you've been just scrolling. You have your resolution of 2026, your resolution of 2026. And guess what? Because you're spending a lot of time watching nonsense. And I tell you, whatever you feed yourself is basically what comes out. And then the year ends, and then you look around, and then you're like, oh my goodness. You get scared and like, oh my God, the year has ended, and you've basically done nothing out of it. So now, let me put our WhatsApp group there. I'm going to put this WhatsApp group for content creators. I want us to be supporting each other. That is the thing. I want us to support each other. We support each other. So that when you do a video, instead of watching other people, you just come through and then you're like, guys, I've put up a video. Then we all have to come and watch it. We support each other. That's what I really want. We support each other. So why really watch other people, who don't support us? We have to watch things that add on value to us. You get the point? Things that add value. So why support other people that you don't know? That's why I put up my number there. Because I want us, to support each other. At least you've made your video. You're like, I've been there, I've watched. And then we do the same for you. Yeah. And this is called a BCM support. It is called a BCM support team. Yeah. Invite. Yeah. So copy link. So I've copied the link. I'm going to put it in the comment section. Yeah. I'm doing it right now. Autofill. Okay, we do like this, put it there. Yeah, I've put it there right now. I've put the link there. So now I'm pinning it. That one, that link that I put up there, that one is going to help you go in our group. That is only for creators. Even people who want a support system, you have something you're selling, you can come through. Yeah, you can come through, because now me, I told myself for the year 2026, I'm basically going to be intentional with my life. I want to add value to myself. Why? I'm not going to come here and then I start talking about girls with big bums. Nah, I want to say things that add value to us. So now, talking about, why do we work? I've put up that group, then it will help you, take you direct. Why do we work? So now, whenever I come and we talk about something, I always also end up coming up with solutions. See, plant your own animals, rear your own animals, and then get your solar system, maybe dig your well, so that, you're not dependent on work, man. No. By the way, as Gilbert Ariho, Ariho, I wanted to show me that you're here. You can put up a comment. Then I'm going to put up your YouTube channel so that other guys can come and support you. Yeah. This is going to be a support system. Support me, I support you. This is how it's going to work. Me, that's what I say. 2026, and then 4 of your friends are all driving. Let me tell you, you're going to be the 5th one driving. If all your friends are provided, you're going to be another one. So be aware of the people you surround yourself with. And now we are in a digital world. Things are a little bit different. So this is really bad. Internet has gone down. I don't know why. Internet is doing me bad. Internet is doing me bad. Okay, yeah, it is fine now. So that is our WhatsApp group. I want 50 people. I don't want to add their people specifically. I want people to come intentionally. I want people to add themselves there intentionally. Go to the channel. It's time. Okay. Now let me go. Ariho has given me a notification. So now I'm going to go to Ariho's channel. So for the people, I've put up the link there. So now for the people who want to follow Ariho, this is how we are going to be doing it. So now I'm going to go to Ariho's channel so that you people can also go support him. So that group there, Ariho, you will have to go and join so that when you put up a video, we all come and watch. Of course, we are not there. There is only one person. There is only one person there, plus me, myself. But I want to start doing this. I want basically 50 people for now. Yeah. This is Ariho's channel. That is Ariho's channel there. You can see it. Nice and polite. Nice and beautiful. Yeah. This is his channel. Yeah. The last video they did is there. Let me try to make it a little bit. This is his channel. Yeah. This is his channel. Of course, he's having 50 subscribers with 6 videos. Tyler, don't blow in the fridge. Those are bad manners. So now that is his channel. So I'm going to go and I subscribe now. Tip. Yeah. I've subscribed. And I'm going to hit the notification bell that each time you put up something, of course, I can see everything. Yeah, so that is his channel. Of course, he had 50 subscribers. So now since I've subscribed, let me refresh the page so that I'm the 51st one. Yeah, so you can see I've refreshed the page. Niceness, I've refreshed it. So you can see now you're having 51 subscribers. So this is the last video he did. He's called G channel UG. Yeah, beautiful. So now I'm going to go and I see the last video they did. Yeah, so also go join that. This is the channel. Yeah, he posted let me do this. Yeah, of course he said don't wish too much in the first contract abroad. Yeah, so that is his last video he did. That was posted 1 day ago. Yeah, so that is his channel. So when you hit that, of course, that is his channel there. So now that link I've put up, yeah, it will help you. We'll be now 3 people in that group. I want people to come to that group willingly. I can invite a lot of people. I have over 40,000 contacts, and I'm in over 2,000 WhatsApp groups, by the way. But I want this one to be serious. Yeah, I want this to be serious. Like, you do a video, put it doesn't matter if you're a creator, maybe you're a TikToker, you're a Facebooker, it doesn't matter. But let's support each other. Why do you watch other people whom you're not even going to support you in return? So that's why I put my number there. That I want my people, the one I talk to here, that I can even get to WhatsApp, and we talk about different things, we support each other. That's what I want to do for the year 2026. That's what I told myself that I want to do. So that's why I opened up that WhatsApp. As I told you, let me show you here, by the way. Let me show you guys here. Let me show you. This is my phone, yeah? You see these? All these are groups. You see? You see? You see? There are over 2,000 groups. And I went there for a reason. Much of you might be asking, why did you go there? I went there because initially I was creating content, so I could share my content there. But for some reasons, I stopped sharing my content. So I'll share those that are needed. So when I go in a group, I don't get out. Yeah, I don't get out when I go in a group. I don't get out. I stay there. I stay there. Let me show you how many contacts I'm having. I don't know. It's not clear. But these are 2,452 contacts. I'm in over 2,000 groups. So now, guys, let's be intentional. So that is our WhatsApp. When you get there, when you create content, you tell us, when you're going to do a live, we support each other. Don't you think that is beautiful? So now you see what Tyler has brought me. Tyler has brought this in the studios. This one is called CC. You see CC? CC wants to be carried every time. So CC, you go back. I'm working. Let CC go outside. So at the end of the day, this BCM support team, when you click there, you go in that group. Yeah, I can see Gilbert join. Welcome. Let me post there right now. Welcome. So when you do your work, yeah, when you do a video, post it there. Now, how many are we there? Now, let me see. We are now 3 people there. 3 people. And I love it. I want basically 50. And even Gilbert, you can do the same there. You tell people for the work. Because we start developing slowly, yeah? We build something. Tyler? No, you want me to put it on fire? Okay. Tyler wants to make for him tea. So let me first put the water on gas. 1 minute. 1 minute. So, guys, I think you get what I'm saying. Gilbert, isn't that a good idea? Gilbert? We will be slow, but sure. You get? If you build a team, things become a little bit easier. Because you imagine, you watch me, I watch you, I comment, we are intentional. That is the word. We have to be intentional. We have to be intentional in whatever I do. Me, right now, I'm so intentional at everything that I do. Now, so we've gone into life. I'm intentional. I want things that add value on me. I told you, when you're scrolling on your phone and you're watching TikTok videos, I always tell people here, be more of a creator than a consumer. Most of the people be with their phones and then they're watching other people. You watch other people, and each time you watch something on internet, someone out there is getting paid. Someone out there is getting paid. So now you're in a circle whereby you spend, because you have to go buy data. When you buy data and put on your phone, the telecom company has gotten money. And now when you go and you're watching other videos that don't add value to you, those people making money. But what is it that you're benefiting in return? Zero. Again, the next month you buy more data, even the next month, but you're not making money out of that data. So it has to be equilibrium, like that group I've created. If you're either a TikToker, whatever, it doesn't matter. Support who is supporting you. Me, when I'm watching anything online, by the way, I watch something that adds value to me. If a video is not adding value to me, I will not watch it. Because now, before you know it, a year would have passed. Ariho, yes, I've seen your comment. Of course, if you're to go far, you have to be with a joint effort. That's why we are. That's what we are. I hope. Yeah, that's what we do. That's why I had to subscribe. BCM, Uganda subscribe. It is having over 205,000 people. So I've also subscribed. I changed the kind of content that I was doing. We started off with doing TV interviews, the one I used to do. Then, of course, I changed. We went into politics. Now I changed for the year 2026. I felt like I want to add value. So now I'm out of, I want to make a lot of money. No. I want to add value to someone as they also add value to me. So you also do the same. We watch each other, we advise each other. Support is always not supposed to be financially. The other times when you want to talk to someone, you want to talk to other creators. Boss, you want to talk to other creators. You get? So now we have our team. I want at least 50 people. When we are 50 people, that will be good for a start. Then we'll go up to 100. After 100 people, then we are done. You get the point? Then we are done. Because 100 is easy to control. So that's what I really want. Support who supports you. That I know I can text Ariho and I'm like, that's how it has to be. And things that start with may I call it a foundation. You have to have a foundation. If you wake up early in the morning and you do a video and then it hits, let me say 100,000 people, yeah? When it hits 100,000 people, but you cannot talk to none of those people, that is useless. But now if you have your own people that you can talk to directly, you can WhatsApp them, and that is really beautiful. And let me tell you, YouTube has changed, by the way. Now this goes to Ariho. YouTube in the month of Kablaza, you can come. So YouTube is going to change. Starting the 1st of February, they are going to change. They want watch hours. They would need 8,000 watch hours. You want to charge, yeah? They want 8,000 hours. 8,000 watch hours. I'm going to put it for you, no worries, yeah? Let me finish here. So they need, you help me close the gate, yeah? So they need, right now, starting February of next year, 2027, they are going to need, of course, in case you're into shorts, they will need 20 million valid shorts. 20 million valid shorts for you to be monetized in 90 days. And then instead of the 4,000 watch hours that we've been having currently, they would need 8,000 watch hours in 12 months. That is really hard, I'm telling you. So whatever you are doing, do it now before we hit 2027. They've demonetized a lot of channels. Because of different concerns. YouTube is changing. But of course, it's going to be doing very well in 2027. People are going to be getting really, really paid. Because of the coming of AI, a lot of things have changed. Because YouTube wants to pay people who have put in work. So because most of the people have been using AI and then they come up with cartoons and they are making a lot of money. So YouTube wants to eliminate that. So now we have to work so hard right now before we can hit 2027 starting 1st of February. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, do it now. Do it now. I'm telling you, create more than you've ever created. Me now, I have 3 channels, yeah? I have Single Dad, I have BCM, the one I'm on right now. Then I'm having BCM2. So now, when I removed content from this channel, when I wanted to change from politics to me and my son, then I deleted most of the videos. So when I deleted, I lost the watch hours. So I worked so fast to get back the watch hours. When I got the watch hours, because I had abandoned the other 2 channels, which is Single Dad and BCM2, what happened now, there is what they call associated channels. So also the other 2 channels lost the monetization. So again, now I have to go back and I work so hard to get back those watch hours. BCM2 is having like over 20k subscribers. Then of course, Single Dad is having like over 21,000 subscribers. So now I cannot monetize if the associated channels are also affected. So now I have to go back, the ones that I abandoned very many years ago, again, for them to reach all those hours. So you see how hard we have to work. And I have to do that before we hit Tyler. Don't do that. Don't knock. So we have to do that before February of 2027. But guess what? For the people who will be monetized in 2027, they are going to pay. YouTube is saying it is going to pay more than it has ever paid. For the people who put in work. And they want you to be the face. You have to be there. They don't want, they don't want AI. Given the fact that they say you can use AI and then you submit that you use AI, but for the people who come in front of the camera will be more rewarded because they put in time. You get the point? So guys, If you're a content creator, let's come and support each other. Me, I have an English, this is an English channel. So now I have BCM2, which is a Luganda channel. Then I have the other one, me and my son. So we have to work harder. So now, those are new rules that came through 2026, associated channels. So now imagine, if one channel is affected, all the others are affected. And if all goes well, and I am backed with the monetization, it will be the best thing. Because now at least there will be a couple of them, different streams of income, yeah? So guys, if you're a creator, let's do this. That link I put up, yeah, that link I put up, that is the link that is going to take you in our group for the creators. If you need any support, we'll be there to support each other. And basically for content creators, if you have something you sell, let's be organized. That's being intentional. So now you imagine if Gilbert is watching. I know Gilbert. He knows me. When he's doing his things, I'm supporting him. So you imagine if we created a community of 50 people. So that means you're having your 50 views. Before you know it, now those ones are going to recommend. You get? So that will be very nice. Tyler, where are you going? Come back. You're going to Kids. Okay, go. So at the end of the day, that's what we have to do. I first did a live on BCM2. Immediately after doing that, again, I came on this one, did another one. So again, I'm supposed to go on TikTok. TikTok, I just do it to waste time, because after all these are clear, then I can go on the rest of the others. And it is always very good, guys. Don't open up multiple channels. It will cost you. It will cost you, because now the ones I'm having, they are old. They are like 6 years, 5 years, 4 years old. So now I cannot remove them. And even if you delete them, they will not monetize you. So I lost it. But for me, when I came on YouTube, it was not basically to make money. I was archiving my work. And when you want to do YouTube, just love it. Just love it. Me, now, I've been here. I've been talking for 1 hour. On the other channel, BCM2, I talked for 44 minutes. Now I'm here, I've talked for 1 hour. And I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. But this one is already clear. So I'm working for the hours of BCM2. For hours to reach the 4,000 before we reach 2027 February 1st, when they will tell us now they need 8,000. 8,000 hours in 1 year is a lot. I'm telling you, if 4,000 was really hard, now it is harder. But me, I'm excited because I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. So I'm more of, I have fun. I love it. I like it. So, but if I monetize, then it will be beautiful at least, then getting the internet will be easy, because now, getting internet is quite hard, So we'll be talking about, those ones. We'll be talking about social media. So, but I think for the guys whom we started with, you saw where we started from, why you need to, why do we work? We don't have to work. If the fish don't work to get their food and their space, if the wild animals don't work to get their food or stay at their space, if the birds don't pay to stay in that space and even pay for their food, then why do humans really have to pay for everything that they use? For the people who started the video from when it started, you will love this video. You will definitely love this video. You should start from where we started. That link, which is in our comment section, that link takes you directly to our community. It's called BCM Support Team. We are going to support each other. If you're a creator, it doesn't matter whether you're TikToker, YouTuber, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you do, we support each other. And there's nothing beautiful knowing your team. For now, I want 50 people. I don't invite people there. Don't invite people there. Let everyone come willingly. Yeah? Let everyone come willingly so that they understand why they are there. Don't watch things that don't add value to you. You cannot tell me you wake up early in the morning, you go buy data, use your money, and then you start scrolling on your phone, TikTok, and you're seeing people making dance challenges. If it's an artist who has produced a song and he's monitoring, that is good. That is part of the business. But now you imagine you're not into music, but now you're watching dance challenges, which don't add any value to you. And we are in 2026, whereby we have a lot on internet. At least learn a skill, learn something. But you cannot be there, not adding value to yourself. It is doing us really, really bad. It's doing us really bad. It is doing us really bad. And we are not intentional, and we are growing, man. And time moves so fast, more than how it did. Yeah? Ariho Gilbert is saying probably 3 hours every day is quite not easy, but we have to be in. No. Now, this is how it works. Because now, Ariho, if I go on your channel, let me go back on your channel. If I go on your channel, I can see you have 6 videos, yeah? Ariho, you have 6 videos. Your first video was 2 months ago. That was your first video, which is having, you had a title having end of the drought at Emirates, yeah? That was your first video 2 months ago. And now your latest video is 1 day ago. The other one is 3 days ago. The other one is 13 days ago. The other one is 1 month ago. So that means you did one video 2 months ago. Then after 2 months, you did one other video 1 month ago. Then again, there is lack of consistency, man. There is lack of consistency, man. And you have one shot of 12th March 2026, yeah? So at the end of the day, Ariho, you're having 52 subscribers. I can see someone else also subscribe. That is beautiful. Yeah, so you're having more to added when we started this. And then you're having 6 videos. The thing is, consistency, man. Consistency. You have to do a video every day. And remember, since you're working with hours, I like the minutes, yeah? Because the last one is 38 minutes with 3 seconds. Then the other one is 32 minutes, which is a very good thing. But in case you want to make... in case you want to get hours, yeah? If you want to get hours fast, it's always very beautiful if you do long videos, yeah? Now, like me, I do live streams, yeah? So if I can show you my set here, I have a microphone. This thing is cheap. But again, sometimes I do lives using my phone, yeah? I use this phone here. I can do a live for like an hour, yeah? So when you have like, you imagine, Gilbert, you imagine you're having 10 people watching your live. Only 10 people. Only 10 people. And you do a live for 1 hour. That means you're getting 10 hours per day. 10 hours because we are 10 people watching you. And you've talked or you've shown us whatever you're showing up for 1 hour. So that means you're having 10 hours. So if you do 2 hours, that means you're having 20 hours. But how many 30 minutes you're going to get for someone to make the 4,000 hours before we can go to 1st of February 2027 for you to get the 8,000 watch hours? So you get the reason why even if we are 10 in our group, it adds value. So I'm not inviting people. I want people to click and go in that group intentionally. They go there with an intention. You get the point, yeah? So it is very, very good because probably 3 hours, Now, like me, this BCM made the hours, but I need BCM2 again to get the hours, and then the other one of my son, because I wanted to concentrate on one, but because of the new rules that have come through, people complaining about the new rules, but to me, I think they are worth it. They are worth it. They are really worth it. Because you imagine, right now, if I had 5 people consistent from when we started to now, that means I've made 5 hours, then plus other people who will watch when the video is done. You get? So you have to be intentional, yeah? You have to be intentional. So do videos. And I love talking, yeah? So I can basically talk from today to the next day. I can talk from now to the next day. And me, I don't mind, by the way, whether I have viewers or none. Because when I used to do interviews on TV, they were crazy. I have videos that have made a lot of views. So when I changed to politics, most of the people thought it would not work. It worked. So politics, it was a tick. Because we could do live streams and we had over 15K people watching. So now, 2027, I decided to change now. Yeah, I decided to change so that we go, we add value to each other. So most of the people thought it might not work. But yes, slowly by slowly, because you cannot tell me the logarithm. By the way, YouTube, how it works, those people earn money because they get a given percent. They get 40% of what we do. Yeah. If they get 30%. So if they get 30%, so that means if I'm consistent, they would have to recommend my videos so that they can make money and I can make money. So at the end of the day, if you keep doing it and you're consistent and your intention and you basically know what you're doing, you will definitely get the views. So you just don't care whether you have 2 people watching you. It is very fine. Now BCM2, I had taken long minutes using it. I was there like with 3 people, 2 people, and I'm cool with it because I know I'm going to be consistent. And if you're consistent enough, trust me, it will definitely work. It will definitely work. I'm telling you, that is the truth. It will definitely work. So most of the people give up because they feel like, no one is watching. No. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. Ariho girl, but I say, okay, I'm getting the point. I'm going to improve on the consistency. Yeah. Because now I do lives right now. I do much of lives because when I do a live of 3 hours, then maybe I can get those because I want to get those hours before 2027. Those are on the other channels. This one already got the hours. So I have to be consistent. At least I've done a video. Again, I will do another video at night, which is long. I want to, when all of them are okay, we'll be able now to stream on different platforms at a go. But right now, I'm working on those hours of the 2 channels, by the way. I have BCM2. Then I have Single Dad. I also have to work on that one because I had abandoned them and I concentrated on one. So because of the new rules, all of them have to be fine. So guys, if you're there and you want to start a YouTube channel, I'm telling you, you should do it now. Starting February 1st, they would need 8,000 hours instead of the 4,000 that have been there. So I've created that link you're seeing in the comment, guys. That link, it will take you in our WhatsApp group. It is called BCM Support Team. If you're a creator and you make videos, you send us the link there. We come and watch you. We come and support you. So far, we are 3 people there. I want people to come there with an intention. That's why I'm not inviting people. No. I'm not inviting. I want people to come with intentions that you go watch the other guy, comment, watch the entire video from the start to end. That's how we're going to be supporting each other instead of watching things that don't add value to us. You get? Let's support each other. Why do you go watch people seated down and they are talking, they are gossiping about someone who cheated on someone? Really, what value does it add on you? And we are growing, man. I changed that kind of content and I started from 0. Yes, I started from 0, but I know what I could do. I know that if I could put up the same things that I used to put up, but now YouTube has changed. They are paying more to the people who bring their faces. Yeah. So if you bring your face, they are rewarding them more because they want to prevent AI. People want to talk to real people, man. You get the point? So that's why I put up my WhatsApp here so that people can come and we talk and we jazz, we support each other. That's what I want. So why would I have to go and I'm listening to this story where the mom abandoned the son and now the son needs help? I go sit on a live on TikTok and I'm not getting any value. I'd rather sit and I listen to Bakaruba. I would rather sit and I listen to a guy called Newton. I would rather sit things that add value to me because now I have a kid. I don't have time. I'm becoming more intentional. I spent 3 years isolated thinking about my life. So the things that went wrong, yes, I'm also in the process of correcting them. You get the point? So support, let me tell you, the few seconds you take, as you're watching a TikTok live or whoever, and those people don't add value to you. Let me tell you, as I told you, each time you're watching someone out there is making money. So you look at it this way. Basically, they are earning. The telecom company where you buy your data, they are earning. And basically, you earn 0 shillings. And then you have to look for data, again, to invest in something that you don't reap out of. It doesn't make sense to me, by the way. I don't know if it makes sense to you. Maybe you can explain to me. I cannot. I'm telling you, I cannot. There are things I cannot. I would rather watch a video, someone talking about working abroad. It is a beautiful thing because that adds value to me. Like if I'm one day go that side, maybe I will know what to do because I listened to a story. Then watching things really, which don't add value. We should really prevent that. We should really prevent that. I prevented that when the year 2026. I'm so intentional. I am where I'm welcomed. I am where I benefit. If as long as I don't earn nothing, then I'm out, boss. Those seconds you think like, yeah, I was on TikTok today for like 5 hours. Those 5 hours will turn into 24 hours. That is a day gone minus adding any value into you. And then 10 years later, you'll be like, I was seeing Anderson when he was starting this and he was telling us this, and now it will be too late. So now when we still have this time, we have to use it. I'm telling you, we have to use it now when we still have it. You get my point? We have to use it now. We have to use it right now before it is too late. Me, I don't watch. I told you, we are who we are because of the people we surround ourselves with. Yeah. If you're hanging out with people who are hopeless, then you're going to be the second person who is going to be hopeless. If you're with people who are like the government failed us, again, you're going to fail yourself. This is survival for the fittest. We struggle out, you know. So if you're with people and they don't add value, you're going to be like them. I'm telling you. So be with people who add value to you. Let me tell you, you cannot be with people. Let me tell you, you cannot be with people. Yeah. And when they are all employed and you stay in this fence or these apartments and everyone goes to work. Yeah. And that's where you're renting. Let me tell you, you will stay there the first year, the second year. Definitely you also get a job. That's how it works. And if you're with guys who are always looking for girls, and you're with girls who are always looking for boys, and that is the kind of people you stay with, let me tell you, definitely you're also searching for boys, because that aura really moves on. I'm telling you, if you're with people and they want to build houses, everyone, I've been in a family whereby all the family members are self-employed, and guess what, even the last born, they are self-employed, because that's the norm, that is the culture. As I say, the apple doesn't fall away from the apple tree. It falls around, you know. So if you're with people and they're like, man, we have to work harder, we have to make it, you're going to be the next guy, you know. So what you watch, what you listen to, the people you surround yourself with, that is the kind of a person you're going to become. I'm telling you, if you're in slums where people are working to survive, let me tell you, that's how you're also going to be. Even the kid you give birth to, she or he will just know how to survive. But if you hang around people, now me, I have a sister of mine. She has a washing machine for some reasons. And for some reasons, because I hang around with her a lot, she was like, Anderson, if washing clothes is the hardest thing, me being a single dad and I stay with my son and I'm a 24-hour dedicated single dad, day in, day out, I'm always with my son. So now he's like, you should buy a washing machine. So because I'm hanging out with someone who thinks that being with a washing machine is a necessity and not a luxury, so I also have a washing machine. I stay with people who cook using gas. So because now it is not a luxury, so I find myself, whether I'm broke or non-broke, having gas. You get the point? If you hang around with people, basically that's what you become. So be intentional. Being intentional is knowing that I'm doing something because of this reason, and you know the results and the repercussions of what you're going to do. So if you're with people who add value, you'll definitely add value. And what you consume is basically what comes out of you. I have a sister who was so much into, listening to people like Full Figure, not in a bad way. If you listen to such kind of people and what they say, before you know it, you're going to start saying those vulgar words. I'm telling you. So now, me, these things that I'm saying and these things I'm talking is because that's what I bring in. So because it's what I bring in, it is basically that comes out. If that was talking about girls with big bums, and that's what I really consume, that's what I'll be talking about now. But now I'm talking about empowering each other. Let's join that group. Let's support each other. And that's what will come out of me. I'm very intentional with what I do, the kind of people I surround myself, what I watch, what I listen to. Because what you listen to, you will basically end up becoming that. If you're always with guys who are planning to steal, to do that, to steal, to rob, let me tell you, eventually you will adopt to being that. Even minus you knowing that you're becoming that. You definitely become that. You definitely become that. I told you, an apple doesn't fall very far from the apple tree. It is around. So be intentional. What you put in, what you watch. Let me tell you, it looks minor. It looks very minor here, It looks minor. You're like, let me watch these guys. Let me watch these guys. And you're looking at guys who are always like, now, let me tell you, like, there are those things that have come in right now. And people adopt them. So me, when I isolated 3 years, when I'm locked in, I realized some of these things. And I was like, I'm no longer going to do the same mistakes. I'm not. Them days when we were still younger, you could find me right now. If someone called me on phone, it's like, yo, Anderson, come, we hang out, we go to this bar, we go to this club, I would definitely just move. But right now, if someone called me and is like, Anderson, come, we hang out, we go to this bar, I'll be like, okay, we're going to the bar. How am I going to benefit if I go to that bar? Yeah, that's the first question I'm going to ask myself. If I go to that bar, where am I benefiting? Am I benefiting anything going to that bar? Am I benefiting going for a drink up? What is it that I'm celebrating, by the way? You should go to a club when you're celebrating something. You should go to a club and have fun when you have achieved something. Some of the people are celebrating every day. They are drinking every day. They are hanging out every day. But their life is not okay. So what is it that you're celebrating? These rich boys you're seeing, they would come to a club, hang out, do parties, because they've made that deal. The container came through and they made sales. And for you, you're also hanging out with the same kind of people. They are celebrating success. What is it that you're celebrating? Be intentional, man. We have grown, man. So me, I know the kind of videos that I will do that right now will be like 100 people here watching. I know those kind of videos. I've done extreme media for the last 15 years. But I feel, no, I'm not going to do that, because this is not about the money. It is about the impact. Now I have a son. So he grows up and then he watches these videos. Will he be proud of me? Will he really be proud of me when he grows up and then he sees the kind of videos that I was making? No. I'm like, no. There is nothing as beautiful as doing something that you love, and at the end of the day, it ends up paying you. I know it will take time. When I started using English, everyone was scared. Yes, I know. The numbers will not come now, but as long as I'm consistent and I keep in there, it will definitely work. It will definitely work. I'm telling you. It will definitely work. So just be in there. Because my intent initially wasn't the money, but the money came through that I'm at the place where I am because of this channel. Then I built a house, these studios, I got a place, So now there's nothing someone will tell me, fine, we have the Luganda one there, BCM2, we'll be there, we'll do our stuff there. Then me and my son also, we have our channel. So that is the thing, man. Me, I can talk till morning, man. I can go on and on and on. Tomorrow I'm going to be washing clothes. Of course, I'll be sure I'm on another live. I would do that. I do that every day. Keep locked in there. You do the same thing again. You do the same thing again. You do the same. Definitely, it will work. It will definitely work. Yeah, it will definitely work. So I think we've talked for enough time, yeah. For the people who are there, for the people who will watch this live a little bit when it is done, yeah, you can go ahead. There's that link that I put out. That is our WhatsApp group. It is all about supporting each other, empowering each other. Mostly if you're a content creator, if you're having something to sell, yeah, so you can come and join. It is more of interactive. It's educative. We're not going to be talking about girls or boys. No, it is how we can survive in this digital world and how to make it. We have a place to go home. So until when we catch up, Luze Andrew Anderson is my name. It has been beautiful, by the way, being here with you. At night, I'll be on BCM2 again. Then in the morning, I'll be on Single Dirt. Yeah, we're going to be on it until when things work out. Luze Andrew Anderson is my name. That is my WhatsApp number. Anytime, any day, you can always hit me up. Yeah, we can always talk about anything. Yeah, and for the people who need more knowledge about YouTube, yeah, I'm good there. Yeah, at a given price, I can take you through. Yeah, and you make money out of your the things you love doing. So until when we catch up, I have remained Luze Andrew Anderson. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you've been watching in from. Of course, today we've been with Arijo Gilbert. He has joined our group. Yeah, blessings, brother. Yeah, we will be chatting, we'll be talking. We have a target of 50 people who are creators, who are willing and they like the concept. Yeah. So until when we catch up, for the people, yeah, you can hit the notification button that each time I come through, you're among the first people to be watching. So until when we catch up, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bless you. I love you so much. That's why I put up my number there so that we can always talk. I'm not enormous. Like you cannot see me. You can see me. You can talk to me. Just like how I'll be seeing you and talking to you. 2026 is being intentional. We have to be intentional, support each other. Support who supports you. If they don't support you, don't support them. Simple. And